Oh, I am live. Surprise, surprise. Welcome, Shatikla. Welcome, Sandy. Didn't realize I was live. I'm like, am I live? I'm like, yeah, I guess I am live. Wonderful, right? Okay. Let me turn this off actually because it'll waste more battery. Okay. So I'm wearing a shirt I really don't care about. I'm hoping I don't get a ton of paint on. We'll see. It's acrylic paint. It should wash off pretty quickly. I have a project to do because I have these leftover flowers from Christina's wedding. I want to use them up. There's not a lot, but I may use them in different places. Keep hydrated. For the event we're having coming up for us. And so I wanted to go ahead and use them. I have leftover paint from her wedding, and so I figured I want to use that up. I've used it. I probably will not use it all up, but I wanted to show you kind of what Sola wood flowers are and what they do. And I thought, beautiful day. It was raining yesterday all day long. It's kind of windy today. And so I'm like, well, let's see what happens. Tomorrow it's supposed to rain. Sunday we had, what was it? Sunday Saturday we had the trip to Columbus. Sunday we had the day where we went to church and then went out with Christina and got her some stuff and went to the Big Red Barn in Medina, and we were gone from 8 o'clock in the morning till like 6 o'clock. And then Monday I was toast. Tuesday I was somewhat toast, but I started trying to get things done for the upcoming event we have. And so I was doing that, and I just wasn't up to it. I didn't really feel the greatest yesterday. And then Josh got his stitches out today, and I'm trying to get things done. And I also had something happen really weird with my back, so we'll see what happens with that. I don't know whether I just kind of had a muscle that kind of spasmed or what. I don't know. I never know when it comes to my back. But I want to do this today because these have to dry. Now, the first step that I did, and I think if I remember right, because it's been a while since I worked with them, it was 3 cups of water to, I think, 3 tablespoons to a tablespoon of glycerin, vegetable glycerin. And I put that in mason jar water. Hi, New Horizons. You can put hashtag blessed in the chat if you want people to connect with your channel. And I did that. And I really wanted her flowers for her wedding and her wedding party to last and hold up. So I really was careful how I did it. I think if I remember, I put them in mason jars. I used that water when I dyed them. And I did, I think it was a tablespoon of glycerin or a cup. I can't remember. It was a cup of glycerin to 3 cups of water. I cannot remember totally verbatim. I did do a little thing on what I did for the Sola wood flowers, so I will put that live down there because I kind of did something about that. I really, quite honestly, this round, I did just take some glycerin, I dumped it in one of these containers, and I threw all the flowers in, and I just soaked them in glycerin water, and I'm like, that's fine. I'm not really, for what I'm using these purposes, not that I don't want them to last, but I may be throwing some of them out just because of the way I'm using them. So because of that, I'm not really kind of too careful. But if you are going to be using them and want them to last, would strongly suggest using glycerin and making sure that you do all those steps, which is just do it. I just literally threw them in glycerin water and soaked them. You can't use too much glycerin because then it'll really make them too soft and too oily. Just throw them in glycerin and water, and I'll look to see if I remember the ratios. And I think I used the glycerin water to dye them with. Hi, Aisha, welcome on in. And I think that's what I did. And but these, again, some of them I will actually be probably throwing out at the end of it, so I'm not really concerned how or whether they last for any length of time. I didn't even bring my laptop out. Put stuff in because I'm really afraid that, so I will do memberships another day, that I may get stuff on them. You know, paint on them, and I don't want paint on my laptop. So and tea bag. So I'm gonna start putting out, these are the Sola wood flowers, okay? They come this, but you can dye them about any color you want. So I'm just gonna start laying out the ones. Now the only ones that I'm not going to dye, like I said, these are left over. So I've already soaked them in a bath of water and glycerin, vegetable glycerin, just to keep them soft and so forth. And you can even take a little spray bottle of glycerin water and so forth, and you know, I think it's glycerin water, and be able to do that. And take a little thing of glycerin and spray them on occasions. Now I'm going to pull out the wood flowers, the ones with the wood, because I'm not going to be painting those. You can paint them. They will soak up. Wood flowers, what is ivory, will soak up to the paint, but I'm not going to paint them. I'm going to leave them just the way they are. But I have these, and we're having an event that I can use them for, and I thought I really just want to use them up. Not that I don't enjoy working with Sola wood flowers, I do. They're beautiful, they're wonderful to work with, but I really don't have any purpose for them like I did when I was doing my daughter's bouquets for her wedding. So because of that, I'm just gonna, okay, so the ones with the wood I'm putting back in here because I don't want to use them for that purpose right now. Okay, so I have, like I said, colors left over from her wedding. I've got water baths. You need to use for this 100% acrylic paint. That's what you need to use to dye them. Hi Sense, welcome on in. So we're gonna take the flowers, I'm dumping them all in. I'll lower you all down in a minute, but I'm getting the ones, again, that have wood to them. So I won't be dyeing those this time around. I did for a wedding, and I think somehow I had gotten metallic ivory or pearl white, and I can't find it right now. So if I dye some this color, I'm just gonna go ahead, if I find it, I can always re-dye them with a little bit of the metallic on. But I'm just taking any of the ones that are wood and I'm putting them in a separate bag, because those I just want to keep natural. But you know, if you want, you can't just take these things straight out. And I got these from a specific place. I will tag that below too, and the video I did on Sola wood flowers. I did a live way back ago, and I showed everything, and I will tag them. So anyway, so I just have a bunch, and I thought, well, they'll work for the thing that we're doing, and I can show you all how to use them. They come plain, but you can use them in so many things. Yeah, that can get away. All right. Now, the reason I had these big jars from her wedding, again, as you can see, where is it? You can see, it says 100% acrylic paint. You have to use 100% acrylic paint. So my daughter's colors for her wedding are here. I may not use them all, but I'm going to use some of them. So anyway, I'm putting them down here. No, I've got white. All of these were left over, so I just pulled them over. I don't know what cups I'm gonna need, so I got cups with water. I've got big containers with water. But now I want to take the flowers, move you back a minute. Well, I'll try to move you back. Give me a second. And put you down here so you can see what I'm doing. Okay. So I'm going to kind of divide them up because like I've got several like this. So I want to see how many I have of each flower so that I can kind of decide. Like if I'm doing, I've got 4 big tubs of water because I'm going to do really big batches of colors. I'm not working with a ton of colors, but if I have these bigger flowers, like I have these, I want to see exactly how many I have. So if I choose, I can do like one of each color. I won't be able to do that with all of them, but with these, I've got several. And you guys could put #blessed in the chat if you want people to connect with your channel. And I've got these, so I'm going to put those. Those are another thing, but then I know I won't be able to do it with all of them, but with some of them, I kind of want to divide them and find out how many. But I've been really kind of been working. I got all the favors done that need to get done. I've got like these. So I've got 4 of those so far. So 5. How many of these? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So if I did 4 colors plus 1, I'd be fine with those. And the same kind of goes with that. 6 on that. Like for her bouquets, when I was doing them for her wedding, and if you're, you know, doing, this looks really hard to kind of put them together. They're really not. I mean, I didn't know what the heck I was doing with her wedding, and I did beautiful flowers. I was actually told you need to do these for a living. They were so beautiful, and people didn't realize that they were wood flowers. They were just so kind of taken aback. So I'm kind of putting these, like these bigger flowers, kind of in one little group. I'm kind of grouping them a little bit so I kind of know a little bit, because otherwise I'm not going to know. Because of the way I'm dyeing them, I want to make sure that I'm kind of, a couple of these little ones, and then the little flowers I'm going to kind of put like this. These, I'm putting those kind of together. So if there's like a little grouping, I'm going to put of the tiny flowers. Because if you're doing like I'm doing, kind of like a batch dye, you kind of want to know what you got, right? So I'm kind of, if they're small, I'm kind of just putting them kind of in a, little, okay, I do want to save this one out. I want to make sure that if there's roses, that they're done in a specific way. I'm going to kind of put all these kind of in the same, so if you're doing them the way I'm kind of doing them, kind of throwing these all together for right now, because those are kind of the same size roughly, and I can divide them even further once I kind of get a little bit ahead of the thing. These I got them, like they had a special on their flowers, and I just got a bunch of them, and I just don't really need them anymore. Wedding's over with, so let's just use them up. So I've got a bunch of little tiny flowers. So you're kind of doing like I'm doing these bigger flowers, kind of doing by size more. So I kind of have roughly, I mean, it's not going to be perfect. Don't quote me perfect on anything right now. But I'm kind of doing them by size. Like I'm dividing, okay, these are roughly that. That's going in that section. Because they're not, it's a jumbled mess of a lot of different things. And if we have a broken thing, I'll just put it over here in the trash, or in the bag with the wood flowers. So I'm kind of, there's kind of batches. Kind of, that goes there. So I'm kind of getting, all right. So just dividing them up so I kind of know what I have. The bigger flowers are kind of going over in this section. And this is going to go here, and then, like I said, I'm not really caring too much which way goes what. Just need to get them done. And I have little containers in the garage, but I didn't get them before I come live, that I'm gonna put them on so that they can dry. So we're just gonna kind of do this. Once I figure out the colors, if I don't need all the cups, I'm just gonna get rid of the cups. But I just brought them out because I didn't quite know what I was doing. Okay, this is gonna go here, this is gonna go here. All right, we kind of now have, these two can go here. If you can see the wind. All right, we kind of have a little bit of a thing. We have these, kind of the same size roughly. We've got these. We got those. I know how many there. So now my next choice is going to be colors. Okay, so I'm going to kind of be going with a blue theme, but I have some orange. I want to throw in some orange as well. So I'm going to use the lighter colors of things. Like this one I definitely want to use. I want to do this one. This is navy, but I want to throw some white into it. I don't want that as dark as it is. Got the white somewhere on here. I've got to remember where it is. No, I can't find the white. I know I have the white. It's not here. That's that color. I definitely want this color. I've got to be careful. Oh, the white's right in front of me. Guys, I'm not lifting. Okay, so I definitely want to use, this is like a soft orange, so I definitely want that color. I think I want this color. So I think I want those two. I want a light. I don't want dark. I don't think I'm going to take that one, and I don't think I'm going to take that one. I think I'm going to do this color. That'll look pretty. I'll lighten this one up. And I think I'm going to choose this color. Now, I've got 3 colors left. I think what I'm going to do is put them in 3 different glosses, the other 3, because I want to kind of use those, but I don't want to use them. I want to use them sparingly. So, okay. Just have to figure this out. Yes. All right. Okay. So I want this color, I may lighten up a little bit. So, okay. I got this. I think I do. All right. So I'm going to make sure my lids are on tight because it's been a while since I've mixed up the paint and I don't want to have paint sitting all over me. That would not be good. You know, I have a funny feeling before the night's ended I'm going to have paint on me. So you use water, and because I'm going to be doing a lot, roughly the same color, I have 4 bins that I have the flowers in. They're just plastic bins from Dollar Tree. I'm going to fill them with as much paint as I feel that they need. And so I've got 4 of those, and then I've got cups for like the 3 paints I have here. If I use them, I use them. So, but I know this, but I just want to batch dye a lot of them. So you can always add paint. So we're just gonna add paint to the water. And I'm adding a lot because I'm doing a lot. Okay, let's see what color that is. We'll always add paint. All right, and I have my sticks. Got some craft sticks so I can mix it around and see. I need to add more paint. It's a lot of water. Well, it is what it is. It's fine. With this very kind of light, if I need to add more, you can add more paint. It's not that big a deal. Like I said, for her wedding, I was very careful how I mixed. I'm not so careful this time around because it's not what needs to happen. So I'm going to stand up because I need to get over here. Again, I'm going to hold the paint. It's been a while since I've used them. Let's not try to get my shirt all covered in paint, but like I said, this is a bang around shirt. So let me get the paint just in the containers. It would help if I opened that part though. That would be helpful, Mary. Again, you're using 100% acrylic paint. And I'm going to put this over here. I have a tablecloth on here that I'm using. So if I need more paint, we can do more paint. I'll be putting gloves on in a minute. Okay. Now I'm going to be doing a mixture. This is a darker paint, if you can see. I don't know if you can see that. So I don't want that dark. So I have some white. I'm going to be adding white. You don't need as much paint, and you can, if you don't want to use the big, like I got, it's just because of the amount of flowers I was doing for her wedding. I was doing a lot of flowers for the wedding, so I got big things of paint. You can just go get regular craft paint at the Hobby Lobby, at Walmart. Like I said, I know I got like metallic ivory color, and I can't find it. I'm gonna just add some white to this. But I can't find it, so we're gonna be fine. Move this back. So, if you're hopping on in, I'm just trying to get the colors sorted. Hashtag blessed in the chat. You want people like paint. So you're going to watch these flowers turn, and you know, for like my daughter, she still has her bouquet. So that's really awesome that she's able to have it after the wedding. Just putting them over here. Rocks. Okay, need more sticks. I need more sticks.